Well, hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. Agam and I are here to wrap the markets for you. So let's start with how the equities did in this last trading day of 2016, and then we'll have a quick recap of what this entire year was like. But all's well that ends well, it said, Agam. With that, the Nifty gained about 1% in the last day of this trading session, and in fact that was the extension of gains for the fourth straight day. So the Nifty ended 82 points higher at 8185. It was FMCG and utilities which were leading the gains today. Agam, let's just also talk about how 2016 was really like. So the first 2 months basically started on a weaker note. Thereafter we had the budget and there were hopes of some improvement on the fiscal side of the balance sheet. So the Nifty managed to close above the key support levels of 8,000 even post Brexit. So a lot of resilience that we saw not only in the Indian but the global markets post Brexit, after which the Nifty continued to inch towards that 8,900 mark. But come November 8th and that entire rally came to a halt, at least for the Indian markets. You had the surprise win, Trump win, and an even bigger domestic event, that is demonetization, that played out, and on the back of that Nifty saw the biggest intraday drop. However, that was also bought into. December we had that highly anticipated and highly awaited Fed rate hike, which came through, of course, on the back of which we saw fund outflows from emerging markets, and of course India also wasn't spared. But this entire year, one trend that we saw was that domestic funds really continue to invest in the market. So some sort of a savior is what they acted, so cushioning all the FI outflows. So with that, the Nifty, though it is trading in a positive territory for the year, it has given up most of the gains made during the year, but still ended about 3% higher.
Well, I've finally managed to get my hands on the Bloomberg Quint poll of the day. And well, the question we'd asked was for where will the Nifty end on the final trading day of 2016? The options, of course, were about 8,200. Well, we haven't hit 8,200 today. We were 3 points short of hitting 8,200. However, it hasn't been a really bad day. Around 8,150, well, I would say more towards 8,200. We have about 40%, and that's where we have the majority saying that it was around 8,150, and about 29% saying 8,100. Well, that of course hasn't come about at all. So most certainly looking to positively as far as the Nifty is concerned. Now, overall, Shraddha, you may ask me, we're going into the new year, and how is the F&O, scene looking like? Very, very positive, because it's actually changed quite a bit in the last couple of days. We're looking at a lot more gains, and we're looking at a lot more longs building up in, the overall positions. Let's take a look at how the options market is panning out right now. Well, we are increasingly looking at a lot of addition in the lower level puts, which is a positive sign, which means that the markets are writing those levels and you're expecting the markets to move up further. So we have more writing in the 8,000 call, the 8,000 put, the 8,100 put, as well as the 8,200 put. With respect to the range, once again, it is a 200-point range, but this is broadly only in the near term, looking at mid moving between 8,000 and 8,200. So this as far as the next couple of days are concerned, Shraddha. But what else do we have as far as the markets go? What about the key gainers and losers?
I'm talking about the key gainers and losers today. You had Aurobindo topping the charts with 3.5% gains. GAIL India, Sun Pharma, ITC were some of the other gainers. Bajaj Auto, BPCL, Tata Steel were amongst the very few losers that we saw on the Nifty index today. But overall for the year, the stocks that really stand out are Hindalco, Tata Steel, BPCL, so ONGC. So a lot of these belonging to that commodity space. You also had Yes Bank and Power Grid Corp deserves a mention. All of these gained anywhere about 30%. Idea Cellular, BHEL, and not surprisingly, the pharma stocks like Aurobindo Pharma, Sun Pharma, Lupin, Cipla. In fact, you can see all the Nifty stocks, pharma stocks, which have actually lost. So clearly the weaker link or the weaker trend was seen. as far as your pharma and IT stocks are concerned.
And positive note as far as the broader markets go as well. We're looking at 3 gainers for 1 loser currently. Let's take a look at some of the gainers today. We have Bombay Rayon gaining 12%, followed by JP Associates and Canfin Homes also gaining anywhere between 7.5 to 8%. Simplex Infra as well as Suprajit Engineering also gaining to a certain extent. On the losing end, we have Engineers India now declining by as much as 9%. I do remember some analysts actually very bullish on Engineers India, so this is perhaps some profit taking coming in. Cholamandalam Finance, IDFC, Imami and Philonex Industries also among some of the losers today. But that is what we have so far with respect to the final market wrap of this year. And well, fortunately we are ending on a very positive note, and we are also looking forward to a positive start to 2017. So we're signing off here, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back with Thank God It's Friday in just a bit, so stay tuned in.